Hello, hello, welcome. This is the 6 yard box. You're welcome to this World Cup special, World Cup playoff special. This is the FOOTY podcast. This is the first episode of series 2. We've not done this in a minute, and yeah, what a better time to bring this back as we look to the World Cup qualifiers and African playoffs, especially. And we're in the finals now as Nigeria and DR Congo went past their opponents in the semi-finals. And Nigeria playing first, they done it in a very, very good style by beating Gabon by 4 goals to 1. It was a tough game, went through extra time, and Nigeria just looked really, really strong and very, very what do you call it? I'm going to put it very, very decisive in terms of scoring goals. I think that's I think that's the main thing with this team, and yeah, it went according to plan for Nigeria, and hopefully they should be able to go past Gabon. Gabon beating Cameroon as well by a goal to nil. Mbembe or Mbemba, I can't remember his name now. Used to play for Newcastle. I don't know where he plays his football now, but he was the one that got the goal for. Excuse me. One that got the goal for. Was the one that got the goal for DR Congo. I saw some of the game, some of the match against DR. I saw some of the game against DR Congo, and I think against there's a yeah. I saw some of the game against DR Congo. The Nigerian team, they've been out and about, and they've been. How am I going to put it? They've been doing their walks and all that kind of stuff because they normally walk to the stadium day before a couple of hours before the game. And yeah, this is going to be a tough game for Nigeria. There's no doubt. We're going to preview that game. That's part of this podcast. This is the Footy podcast, series 2, episode 1. This is the first one this season. Try and do this maybe every month if possible, or every month if possible, and just to get a lot of stuff into it to talk about. Loads to talk about Premier League as well. Premier League have started as well. It's been a very close Premier League in terms of teams on the table. We're going to talk about that one as well later. But the focus is on these playoffs. And yeah, it is going to be very, very interesting to see how this game will go. Um, and yeah, Nigeria just have to what do you call it? They have to try as much as possible to negotiate this game, and they have to try as much as possible um, to get the win over the line. And yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens in that game. Yeah, so the way we're gonna do this is we're gonna talk about the game. I'm gonna talk about the tactical aspect of the game as well against Congo. We're going to be looking at the two teams, the Nigerian team, then looking uh, at the Congolese team. They've got a couple of players that we know. Some of them we know them, and they've got a good team. I saw them against Congo, against Cameroon. Uh, they seem to have a lot of good midfielders. There's I can't remember his name now. He's left-footed. Um, I think his name is. I'll get the team list up very soon for the Congolese team. Although there's no official team list here because the kickoff is not until 7 o'clock our time, so it'll be 6 o'clock before they release the team list for the two teams. The referee for the game has been mentioned as well. He's a Moroccan, and yeah, it is. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a tough game for Nigeria, but let's just try and get. I just want to get the Congolese probably starting 11. Uh, let's just try and get that. Congolese starting 11. Yeah. Uh, probably starting 11 because the starting 11 that played against Cameroon will probably be the starting 11 that's going to be kicking off this uh, game against Nigeria. So uh, uh, it is a case of the manager going with the same team against Nigeria. And we'll see what happens in that game as well. I'm gonna go through the tactical aspect of the game as well. How DR Congo approached the game against Cameroon. There was nothing in that game. It was end to end. I think they had a little bit more possession. We're going to be looking at the stats in that game as well, and from that we can basically just look at what we think they will do against Nigeria. Although Nigeria is a different proposition entirely because Nigeria play uh, a different kind of football. Nigeria, they want to be on the front foot, and they will want to be um, uh, they will want to be in the dominating possession. So yeah, we're gonna see what happens, but it's gonna be interesting to see. So let me just look at that starting 11 against Cameroon. The way they set up, line up against Cameroon. Then I'll go into some tacticals in terms of how I think the game will go, and yeah, we'll be looking into the Premier League as well. This is the Footy podcast. This is series. This is series 2, episode 1 of the season. We'll be looking at the Premier League as well. Some news from the Premier League in terms of transfers and all that kind of January transfers. But main focus is that playoffs between Nigeria and DR Congo. So the Cameroon DR Congo against Cameroon, they played what's the they played. I want to see their formation. What they played. I'll give you the starting lineup. Let me go into the overview. Go into the formation they played against Cameroon. Let's go with the list. The starting lineup. The goalkeeper is Impenzi. The goalkeeper. You have Wan-Bissaka. We know Wan-Bissaka very well from the Premier League. Tuanzebe and Bemba. Tuanzebe at Manchester United. Played on loan. Was at Manchester United. Then left. Played on loan for Ipswich. He's gone around some clubs in the Premier League. I think right now he's at in newly promoted side as well. Like, I don't know which one. I think it's at Burnley. Then we have Pemba used to be at United. Used to be at Newcastle before leaving. We have Kayembe, number 12. We have Pikel. We have Sadiki, who is the number 11. You have Montusami, which is their number 8. You have Mboku. You have Bakambao, and then you have their number 10. Who is the guy I was talking about? His name is Bong. His name is Bongonda. Bongonda. I hope I'm not killing the guy's name. But he's the one I think I saw on the ball a lot in midfield. He's very very good in terms of hold up play and all that kind of stuff. And yeah, it is a case of how Nigeria are going to. But we'll go into details about how Nigeria could break them down. They had, let's look at their stats in these qualifiers. Let's look at their stats. First, I want to look at their formation. Let's look at their formation. Um, let's go their Congo formation. Let's see how they play. No, 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 no. Their Congo. Um, let's see. Let's look at that. Let's see how they're gonna play. So, just trying to look at the formation of the team. Like I said, Nigeria will play 4-4-2. Uh, Congo will play for. I think they play 4-3-3. I think that's what they play. I'm not sure. That's what I'm trying to look for. Let's see what the formation against Cameroon. Because that's what we'll see. Let's see their formation against Cameroon. I see the lineup, but I can't see the formation though. I can't see the formation. Um, Start. So that's what I'm trying to get the formation they play, but I can't really see. But I'm thinking it's gonna be 4-3-3 or 3-5-2. I'll find it now. Let's just go there. Find it. So this is the Footy Mad podcast, and this is looking at the African World Cup qualifier playoffs, the final between Nigeria and DR Congo. We are looking into the formation against when I put the formation there, it's bringing me, it's telling me stories. It wants to tell me stories about how the country was formed, but I was looking at, I was trying to get the stats. Let's see if we can see the images, and that would be better. Okay, so no, this is that's not DR Congo. No. So this is how they will set up according to this. They play I can't even see this thing properly. Let's just try and get it. Okay, let's check it. Um, so yeah, so let's see their formation. I found it. So the formation against Cameroon for their Congo is 4-3-3. I said it, they play with a 4-3-3. And Bogonda plays on the right. So you have Sadiki. Sadiki plays in behind Bakambu, and Mbuku plays on the left. So that's how they set up. They set up as 4-3-3 for this game. That's how they set up against Nigeria. Against Cameroon. So I'm thinking they're going to play the same way against Nigeria, set up in a 3-3 formation, and it's going to be work for Nigeria today, man. To be honest, I can see it being one of those games whereby Nigeria have to try and kick the door down. That's what they have to do to really get anything from this game, to really win this game. On paper, football is not played on paper. Nigeria should win this game. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. So let me see if I can bring my tactical board up and let's do some tactical stuff. Let's tacticalize this. So let me see if I can bring my tactical board up. If I can just put down the screen. And it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough for Nigeria. It's gonna be tough for Nigeria. So okay, so let me just click on this first. So uh, let's remove this. Let me remove the. Let's remove this. How many is there? Let's remove one. There's two there. So let's remove one. The second one, where is that one? That one is there somewhere. Let's remove this as well. Remove that one as well. This is the Footy podcast. We're just looking at the game between Nigeria and because that automatic. Okay, so let's go. Let's see if we can see anything on the board. Let's see if we can see anything on the board. Let's see if we can see anything on that board, but we can't see. I can't see anything on the board. I'll try again. Let me try again. Try again. This is the Footman podcast, just looking into the game between Nigeria and Congo. Just deep diving and looking at the analysis of this game. And yeah, it is. Let's just see. Just want to see Windows capture automatic. Windows. Okay, that's the one. And then do you have to paste it in? I don't even know. Cursor area. Okay. Let's do that one. And yeah, we just want to see something. Want to see something. So this one is up. I can't see my stuff. Let's see. Let's do the properties again. Let's see. Let's go. Window match priority. Windows title must match. No. So yeah, I can't. I'm trying to find this. Trying to share my screen, but I can't really see anything. Uh, I can see the window, but I can't drag it. I can't bring it into the screen. I can see the window, but I can't really bring it. But okay, anyway, so yeah, I'll just talk about what I think is gonna happen in this game. Nigeria take in on Nigeria taking on Nigeria taking on Congo. So the two teams are going to play four. Nigeria will play 4-4-2, and Congo will play. Congo will play 4-3-3. That's going to be the setup. Nigeria in possession most of the time. Congo will go into maybe a back. They'll go into a back five probably. Um, just making it tough for Nigeria. They'll drop people into that back five and play five. I don't know, 5-3-1-1 or 5-3. Yeah, I think they'll play 5-3-1-1, and Nigeria they will try and block those central areas. I think that's where Nigeria will want to play through in midfield. So it's gonna be like a low block, very low block in terms of what Nigeria can do. Osimhen will have to get a lot of kicks today. I hope the referee protects him. I'm not saying the Congolese players are dirty players, but he's gonna be kicked a lot today, and he's gonna be, you know, when I say kicked, I don't mean intentionally, but he's gonna be in for a lot of physical. Because I think they are physical for the Nigerian team. Let me go to the Nigerian team quickly. Nigeria, I think in goal, Wabali will be in goal. Right back will be Osei Samuel. Uh, and then I think we should keep with Fredericks and Basi. Left back will be Seidu Sanusi. Then in midfield it will be Wobi and Indeed in that midfield. Chikwueze on the right, and Demola Lukman on the left, and the front will be Akko Adams and Victor Osimhen. And I think it's going to be really really tough for Nigeria. The Osimhen especially is going to be times it's going to be fighting against what do you call it? Two defensive midfielders. He's going to have to really really be ready to be ready to be kicked and pushed and pulled and whatever. They're gonna be really physical. Good that the referees from Tunisia, Morocco. Sorry, North Americans. They referee more like what do you they referee more like in the Premier League. So hopefully, fingers crossed. Hopefully, um, what's his name? Osimhen will be protected by the referee, because once the referee start blowing against them, and when they start kicking him, and the referee is blowing against them in terms of free kick, then you'll see what happens. I think Nigeria will get more joy in terms of getting free kicks and all that kind of stuff. So it's gonna be interesting. Oh, I can see something now. Let's see. I can see something coming up now. Let's see. Let me just see. I can see something, but I don't know what it is. Oh, it's gone again. Don't know where my picture is. I can see something on the screen, but it just keeps going. This is the Footy Man podcast. This is Nigeria taking on DR Congo. That's going to be the main thing that we'll be talking about in this podcast. We're also going to be talking about the Premier League, some of the results some of the stories coming out from the Premier League, and hopefully we should be able to. I can't see this thing. What's going on? Window capture. This thing is not capturing any window, man. I can't see it picking up anything. But yeah, we'll see what happens. Anyway, so that's the Nigerian team there, and um, I am going to be. Let me see if I can do it another way. Image slideshow. Let's see if we can do like an image slideshow. I don't know what would be trying to bring out from this image slideshow is. No, this one is not. This is not what I want, man. No, this is not what I want. So this one is not going to work. Yeah, I'm gonna delete now. I don't want the image delete slideshow. I don't want that. Delete that. This is the one I want, Windows capture. But I can't see any window at all. Let me see if we can see anything. Yep, okay, there's nothing showing on my screen. But yeah, we're going just have to go and do it audio. Let me give you one more try and see if I can get this match title to match title. Windows title must match. And let me delete this. Let's delete this and start again. Let's delete this and then let's add. Can't even see anything on the screen. Let me add it again. Display capture. What's the meaning of display capture? Oh, okay. Nope. Okay. Let me see if I click on this, will it change it? Let me see. So if I minimize this, okay. So the display capture is this. So it's going to display whatever I do on the screen. So if I let's go. So all right then. So yeah, I think I got it now. I think I got it. So yeah, let's do display capture. I'm gonna go to my screen. Forget about that. That's me on the left hand side there. And then let me bring the window that I want to display up. So that's the window. Is it showing everything? I hope it's showing everything. I think it's showing everything. So that is the formation. That's how the two teams will set up with what do you call it, in possession. When Nigeria are in possession, you can see Victor Osimhen will be there, and obviously Chikwueze will be there. Osai Samuel will be going forward. Everybody will be bombing forward for Nigeria. Let me just check something. This is the Footy Mad podcast. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. This is the 6-yard box. So yeah, let's see. Let me just close this. Let's see. So you can see, yeah, you can see my screen. So that's how Nigeria will definitely be in possession of the ball. Let's find the football. Where is the football? Let's grab a football there and bring the football here. So when Nigeria are in possession, you can see what is going to be happening. Obviously, Chikwueze will be there. Osai Samuel will be bombing forward. Ako Adams obviously will be in there somewhere with what do you call it, with Osimhen. They have to both be really close to each other. That's the way I look at it, for them to have any joy. There's not going to be any space in these central areas for Nigeria to play through unless in transition, which is going to be the key for us to break them when they get the ball. So when they have the ball, they're going to be more susceptible or susceptible. Is that the English I'm looking for? This is the Footy Man podcast. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and make sure this is the 6-yard box, and this is the Footy Man podcast, series 2, episode 1. I've won the first one for this season. So Nigeria in possession. This guy will be on the ball, which is going to be Ndidi. The centre backs, Nigeria are going to put a lot of players. Ndidi, I think Ndidi will stay back. So when we're attacking, I think we'll have something like Ndidi. What's his name? Ndidi. Benjamin Fredericks and and Calvin Bassey. So this is probably the way we will build up play with Ndidi on the ball in most times to set up the play, or what's his name will drop and pick the ball up from this area to start playing for Nigeria. I was thinking maybe they should bring in Frank the Tank into that midfield, Frank Oyeka into that midfield, just to give us a little bit more bodies in there. But looking at the DR Congo team, I think they are not that big in midfield. They're slight. They're all small players, 5 foot something, whatever. The big guys at the back. That's where they have the big boys. So Nigeria will probably, this is how we'll play most of the time. With what's his name starting the play there, number 8 or number 10, what do you want to call him? Iwobi's going to be on the ball a lot. And this is how DR Congo will probably set up for today, man. They will be deep. I've got a feeling they will be deep when we are in possession. And these are the areas that Nigeria can really, they have to be really good on the flanks, because like I said, that's where the space will come. That's when you draw defenders around. Let me see if I can put some lines on this, where we can have some lines. Uh, let's see if I can make it bigger. Okay, let's click on that. Close that. We don't need all that, man. So I was gonna try and make it bigger, but I don't know what I did. But it looks fine. Everybody can see what's going on the screen. So yeah, so most of the time Nigeria will be in possession. Uh, I think Nigeria's weak link is, we all know that it's the goalkeeper, and it's going to be Osai Samuel from that first one. That for the Cameroon game, that don't mean it's going to be the weak link in this game. So I'm just saying, I'm not saying it's going to be the weak link in this game, but I'm just saying, from the first game, I think it needs to buckle up a little bit. But in most times, this is how we're going to be playing, starting our plays. Let's see if I can get some lines on the screen, because I've not used it in a long time. Don't know if I'll get the lines on. No, the lines are not coming on. So no, so the lines are not coming on. So I can't remember how to. I remember I used it a long time ago, but let's try arrows. Arrows. Anyway, there's no arrow, so you can see my mouse there moving around. So yeah, so this is how Nigeria will build up most of the time. You have the wingers, and the fullbacks. They have to be on the same level. Basically, they have to be in tandem with each other, work together both offensively and defensively. But most of the time, Nigeria will be in this kind of possession whereby, it will be on the ball. Say will be there most of the time, and you can see there's no space in that middle area. It's all packed. So Nigeria will probably walk the ball that way. That's why the build-up will play, and then hopefully one of these will come over to try and engage that play, and basically our wingers and our fullbacks have to do exactly the same thing today for them to get that space opened up. Because when you have space, you have a lot of joy, and that's what it's all about. Spaces create goals, and you have a lot of joy. So if Nigeria and our wingers have to be exactly the same thing as our right backs, our full backs, they have to be able to take people on, beat them, and create space. So you can see now, if he goes across there, then there's a little bit of space in there. There's a little bit of space in there for Iwobi to run into. So if he goes across there, there's a little bit of space for Iwobi to run into that area as well. So that is key, man. He has to come and try and engage this one. I don't think they're going to come and press us from the first game and come out and press like this and try and win the ball. I'll be really surprised if they do that. Most of the time, I think 80% of the time, they're going to be in a block, and we have to our wingers, Osai Samuel, have to be able to beat him. This guy will be asked to be there as a decoy just to give him an option if he wants to pass the ball. But if he wants to beat him, then he can go down this flank. And if he goes, he's probably going to go as well, because he's going to be thinking, I got to stay with my man. I've got to stay with my man, which is Chikwueze. So he's going to probably go and engage as well. And you can see the spaces open up for Iwobi. Iwobi has to try, when he builds the play up, don't just stand and watch your passes and admire what you're doing. He's going to have to run into those areas. You can see spaces opening up. And this drags everybody across as well. You can see they will just all come across, because they all drag where the pitch, where the ball is. You know, they don't all run to the ball obviously, but they will move across. They will all move across to where the ball is, and you know, creating a lot of space, overloads on these sides, and then basically the same thing on this side as well. Overloads on this side as well. And we have wingers that can do that. Chikwueze can do that. Our fullbacks and our fullbacks and our wingbacks can do that. Our wingers can do that as well. They have to be identical in terms of going forward, taking on their man. Don't just pass. If we just keep passing the ball, passing it, yeah, it's good passing the ball. Yeah, pass it sometimes, but we have to vary up a little bit. We have to change it up a little bit. You have to beat your man, draw tackles, draw fouls. And then with the security that we have, these three at the back to protect if anything breaks, if they break. You know, they are quick. Calvin Bassey and Benjamin Fredericks are really quick. Indeed, maybe not so quick, but you know, he can still cover the ground, and he's the man that's going to sit in there to make us have that three at the back. The wingers have to go forward and try and score goals, and we got to take our chances. So Osai Samuel gets the ball, beats his man, at least beats one, passes it to Chikwueze. Chikwueze got this one, brings him there. Then, you know, Iwobi will get in there. That gives this guy a lot of problems. He will go probably give this guy a lot of problems as well. Do I go and protect, or do I stay? And they're going to keep an eye on Iwobi for sure today. So there's going to be maybe two watching him. Bakamba, the big centre back, is going to be the one probably. Tuanzebe is not the bigger one. If I was Iwobi, I'll pick my battles. I'll go up against Tuanzebe every time, move and go and stand next to Tuanzebe whenever we're in possession, and see if Mbembe comes across as well. So I'll pick on the shot target, the guy that you think. I do think, because Osimhen is really strong, I think he can cope with this guy as well, Mbembe. I think he can really bully him because he's strong. Osimhen is not big, he don't look big, but he's really strong on the ball. He can hold up the play. He's got a lot of tricks. He can chest it, like the goal he scored against Gabon, where he chest the ball down, put it on his knees and finished it. He can do that. He's strong on the ball. But today he's going to be a lot stronger today, because these guys are going to bash, push, kick. I'm not going to say kick him. They will do it if they have to. The referee is a very good. He's going to be. I think the referee is good for Nigeria because he's a North American referee, Moroccan referee. So he's going to be used to that kind of football, Moroccan style of football, whereby, you know, a little bit too rough and physical, you get free kicks. So Osimhen has to go and pick on Tuanzebe. I think that's the be his best option. And then he's caught in two man. Do I go with Osimhen, or do I stay with my man? They still have three players on this side. Which, you know, it's going to be a case of Adams as well, just causing nuisance, making runs into those areas, just dragging people around, because all you want to do is spaces. But that will start from us, our wingers, our right backs, and our wingers taking people out of the game. Taking people out of the game, that will be the key. So the ball goes, get that ball to the line, put it in the box. Osimhen is there for another. That might be the first goal for Nigeria. We need to set our intentions right from the off. Get that ball wide. 2v1s, overloads. Our wingers, our right backs, they have to be able to take their man on and beat their man. That is the key. And that's why I opened up the game against Gabon. Because first half, our wingers were not being successful. Although we had a lot of chances to score as well. But when Ejuke came on in the second half, he was ripping that Gabonese defender. And that's when the game opened up, and two of the goals came from that side. and Chikwueze can get down the line. He has to learn how to cross the ball with his right foot as well, because sometimes you go down the line. If you can cross with both feet, it makes it so dangerous, because we can go down the right. You don't have to check back on your left. Go down to this side and then just put the ball into the box. And I back Osimhen to be in front of these two any day, to be honest. So that would be a one route for Nigeria to score goals today. I think Nigeria have to be really, really clinical as well. They have to take their chances. They have to finish, and they have to make sure we get that goal. They get one goal at least in the first half. Make sure the game. Once we score a goal, they will open up and they will try and come and attack, and that will give Nigeria a lot of joy. Another way I think that might be suitable for Nigeria, which I think the Congolese might do, is when we are building up play from the back. And this one, I hope they actually do this. I think they will do it occasionally, whereby they'll come out and try and press Nigeria when we are, when we are in possession, when we are trying to build up play. Osimhen will be there. So I think maybe if they come out and try and press us when we have possession at the back, when we are building up from the back with Calvin Bassey, or if it's Fredericks is actually very good on the ball. That's one thing most people don't even notice about him. He's very good, or calm, composed, reads the game really well. So I hope they come out and actually come and press Nigeria and try and go 1v1, with their press. So I hope they actually do that, and they're like in this kind of formation whereby they just go up against Nigeria and try and press Nigeria and push up their centre backs to this way, because when you go and if they go up to the halfway line, they're done. So Nigeria should try and build up really slow, and that's why sometimes that's why Nwabeli takes his time with his ball sometimes, and that's what he's trying to do. I see people saying, yeah, he's wasting time. He's trying. He's what do you call it? He's trying to overconfidence, but he's not overconfident. He's trying to basically initiate the press. That's what he's trying to do. He wants this guy to think that he can get onto the ball, and Obama nearly got onto it, but it's the kind of risk and reward thing whereby he has to do it at the right time. He can't get caught on the ball. But he's trying to lure these people into thinking you can come and press me and get the ball, and then we can start playing by playing it out there, or he can drop in there, and this we will go up there and think, yeah, let's go and push up, because that's what happens. Is a trigger. If this number 9 goes to press, the whole idea is for the whole team to push up. You want them to come up here and go up and push up. That's what you want. You want them to push up and come up and try and press 1v1. That's what I would love them to do. If they can press up like this, their number 9 goes up, and then we can play the pass into here, and then Osai Samuel can give the ball to Chikwueze, and then you see what happens in there. Osimhen will be there, Akko Adams might be there, just to open up that space in behind, and you can see. So you can see all these spaces behind there. This is the what do you call it? Lekki free zone. You can see this bit in there at the back there. If they do that and go and press Nigeria up, this is what Nigeria can do. You can see that space, and Osimhen will kill them with that space in behind, because Twanzebe, I think, is quick. Baka Mpemba, I don't think is that quick, but I know Twanzebe is quick, so he might be the one that's sitting back at the back here. Maybe just sitting back to try and hold their press and try and be the one that will try and stay with Osimhen, because Osimhen is quicker. I think Osimhen is quicker than Mpemba. And you can see now, if they go up and press, and Nwabeli has to be careful with the ball, and he gets that ball wide, he can go that way to Chikwueze. Chikwueze will drop in here and pick the ball up, and he might come. He will come. He will probably stay or come if he is brave enough to come and press high. And you can see they are opening their spaces up. And then you have a 1v1 situation when they come up like that and try and press and get the ball off the Nigerians. But there's a key there, which is the big spaces in behind. And Nigeria will exploit that in terms of, Chikwueze can have the ball, or Sai Samuel can just play that ball in behind there, over the top in behind, for for Osimhen to run onto. I don't think they have the pace at the back if they push up to deal with Osimhen. That's what I think. I don't think they have the pace at the back if they push up to deal with Osimhen. That's the other way that Nigeria will have joy. So the first one is they are defending really deep. If they are playing in a low block, Nigeria have to play the ball, overload on the sides. Our wingers and our right backs have to be able to take people on, beat their man, open up the space. Iwobi runs into that space, and then we do damage to Osimhen. That's if they come out and press like this. If they come out and try and press Nigeria, which I think they will do occasionally. Nwabali has to be careful. He can't be caught on the ball, but I know what he's trying to do. You're trying to lure them out to come and press you, and then the spaces will open up for Osimhen. It's all risk and reward. You're risking a little bit for bigger gains, basically. So that's the two way I think Nigeria will open them up, and Nigeria will get a victory today. But Nigeria has to take their chances. One thing. Second thing, Nigeria has to make sure, defensively in transitions, because all these things that we're doing now, if this moves breaks down, like if they get the ball in there, if somebody gets picked up and this guy gets the ball off him, or he plays it in there and Fredericks, I don't think Fredericks will lose possession, but just giving an example, if he picks it up from there, you can see the number 9 is in behind Fredericks already. So, the only thing I will be worried for, and it will be do the defensive work, and in terms of tackling and putting his foot in, can he do that today? I'm not sure. Maybe the manager might need to think about that. But I'll go with the team that played Gabon in the first half and see what happens. It's going to be tough, but for me, I'll go. I think Nigeria just have the firepower. They don't score a lot of goals. DR Congo. Nigeria can't concede first, though, because it's going to be tough. If Nigeria concedes first, they're going to defend with their lives, man. And, set pieces as well. They're big. They're really big at set pieces. They scored their goals against Cameroon from a corner. Nigeria have to be very disciplined. Nwabali has to be decisive. If you're going to punch it high, punch it far. If you're going to catch, come out and catch the ball. Shout, talk to your defenders. When you're coming out, let them know. Don't want no mistakes whereby you're coming out and then you're colliding with your defender. Nigeria, we have to have like a perfect performance today. I don't think we can concede goals today. We have the guys to finish up the job, and we got the bench is the key for Nigeria, especially. I don't know what they have on the bench, but I think we have the better bench. And if we need firepower to come on, you can bring on wingers that can do the same thing as the first 11 as well. But the key for Nigeria is the wings, man. The Eagles fly with their wings. We gotta use our wings. We gotta use our fullbacks and our wingers to do the damage and take people out of the game. And on the other side as well, Demola Lukman can do the same as well. And Seyidu's got the pace, But we gotta set them up initially. We gotta let them know this is what we're doing from the first game. And the manager is very good. I think I like the manager so far. He's not lost a game yet. That is the way I think Nigeria will go about this game. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens. My prediction is going to be I'm going to go for 2-0 to Nigeria, or maybe 3-1 to Nigeria. But if Nigeria, this game, there's no football happens whereby you can lose games, man. It happens. We all know that. But Nigeria has got everything to be able to win this game. So there's no excuses about somebody's not playing, blah blah. The only way Nigeria don't win this game is if we don't do what we have to do, which is take our chances, be brave on the ball, and defend well as well. We gotta defend well as well, and no silly mistakes. So that's my little tactical analysis of the game. This is the 6-yard box. This is the FOOTY podcast, and just looking at the game from the point of in terms of how the game will go. So we're gonna go back to what do you call it? I'm gonna go back to my normal screen if I can find it. Where is it? Where's my normal screen? Yeah, let's go there. So let's go back to the normal scheme. So yeah, that's my normal scheme. So that's the way I think the game will go. That's my starting 11 as well. I've gone with my starting 11. This is the Footy Mart podcast. Let's talk about the Premier League quickly before we round up. Just a quick Premier League update in terms of what's going on in the Premier League. Let's just quickly talk about the Premier League quickly. Just a couple of things in terms of transfers. Tottenham been linked to Semenyo as well. Again, we've heard all about that before in the past. A couple of clubs, Liverpool as well. They're linked to Rodrigo as well in terms of going to Tottenham. I don't think that's going to happen. Tottenham signing Rodrigo from Real Madrid. Um, and also they've been linked with what's his name? The Brentford player Ivan Toney as well. They've been linked with Ivan Toney as well from the Saudi Pro League. That one looks like something that can happen for Tottenham. And there's a lot of stuff coming out in terms of players moving in January. January is very tough. That's one thing. That's why I'm not really keen on January move transfers because it is always very tough to move clubs in January, and most teams don't want to give up their best players. Also, looking at the Premier League as well, just a quick roundup on the Premier League so far. Arsenal are top of the table. They are basically they've been really, really very good in the league. They're looking really good. They dropped their last point against Sunderland, and City coming up now. I think City are looking a little bit like what we know they can do. They are looking like they're the business again. They've signed. They've got a new team basically, they are looking really, really good. But you still need them to pick up some points. I'm not going to say anything about City until a couple of weeks time when I see how many games they've played. They've got Newcastle next. That's not going to be easy. So yeah, it is. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with City and the league. Liverpool, after that, lost to City in the last round. I think they are still going to be there or thereabouts, Liverpool, but everybody should understand that they're a very new team with new players and trying to fix those new players into the squad, and it takes time. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what happens. This is the Footy Mart podcast. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, like, share. This is the 6 yard box. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and yeah, I'll see you next time. This is the preview Nigeria against Congo for the playoffs. We'll be watching the match from 8:45. No, sorry, from 6:45. So yeah, we'll be all over that one. So yeah, hopefully Nigeria will be in that last game for the playoffs in March in 2026. Thank you for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'll see you next time. Let me know in the comment section what you think about the Nigerian team. What do you think about the formation? How do you think Nigeria will set up? Will they go with the same formation? And but today I think I back Osimhen to score again today. To be honest, and it's just really in the form of his life right now. And I think Nigeria are hitting the form at the right time. And the way they're playing, they're getting into that form, and that will lead them into the Nations Cup as well, which is a very good thing as well. So hopefully Nigeria should get the win tonight, and then I'm going to be doing the preview as well. I'm going to be doing the review as well of the match after the final whistle tonight. So yeah, check out all about 90 minutes where I'll be giving my thoughts on the game. Hopefully, Nigeria will be in that last playoff place or whatever. The thing is just so long. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you.